Hey, what's up, y'all? How you guys doing? How you guys doing? We got a crazy show, crazy update for you guys here today that we want to get into. We're gonna get into this live in the next 2 minutes. Make sure y'all check in. Let me know where you're coming in from, and we're gonna get into this crazy story because apparently there's more to this than even I knew. So make sure y'all check in. Let me know where y'all are coming in from, and we're gonna get into this bombshell story here. But this one is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. We're gonna get it going in the next 2 minutes or so. Shout out to the DMV in the building. Is that Skytown? I see you in the building. Antigua, I see you in the building. What up to Solomon? I see you. Trinidad and Tobago in the building. What else we got? Philly in the building. North Carolina in the building. DFW. Shout out to the DFW. Shout out to Greece. Rigo Martinez, I see you. Shout out to Houston in the building. What else we got? Finland in the building. What else you got? London in the building. I see you in London, Miami, Philly. Let's give it another minute or so. Let me just do my shout out. Shout out to Jamaica, Music MX. I see you. Toronto, I see you. Who else we got? I think I saw Trinidad, Belize, Phoenix, Arizona, Detroit. I see you out there in Trey Lane in Detroit. Mel M, I see you in Atlanta. Let's keep it going. Let's get these likes up. Well, Shot-Town in the building. Birmingham, UK in the building. Somebody said Shannon in 5. Yo, who else we got? Hell, Michigan, I see you. Shout out to Eric. Jerome Williams, shout out to Chicago, Chile. Eric in Dallas. What up, Eric? Who else we got? Toronto, I see you. Joe in the Peninsula. Andy in Norway. AT in Boston. What up, Quan in DC? Let's give it 10 more seconds. Let me just do these shout outs. Goodfellas in Miami. Shaquille, shout out to you. What's good? Okay. LBC, shout out to California. Okay. Jackson, Mississippi, I see you. Shout out to MS in New York. All right. So let me get into this. First of all, I want to give credit where credit is due. I had no idea this story even came out, but I want to give credit where credit is due. Shout out to Ticket TV. He's the one that broke this story. Ticket TV is like the Adrian Wojnarowski / Shams of the independent space because he always be finding these stories where nobody is able to find them and with the speed that he finds them. So shout out to Ticket TV, man. He's always on top of these things. And he's the one that brought this to my attention. So apparently there's a report from the Sun, and I want to share with you guys in the comment section. I didn't know any of this. Now, some people say, oh, this is old news. It ain't old news to me because I wasn't tracking Shannon Sharpe's biography. Maybe for some of y'all know it. I didn't know it. All right. And a lot of people that's watching this live clearly didn't know it. So if you know it, I'm happy for you. This is for the people that didn't know, including myself. So this is from the Sun, and it says, years of trouble. Shannon Sharpe arrested at least twice for battering 2 different women decades before 2 latest lawsuits. It continues on. Shannon Sharpe was arrested at least twice for allegedly assaulting 2 different women decades before he was accused of R in 2 lawsuits. The Sun can exclusively reveal that the famed NFL player turned sportcaster was charged with battery in 1995 and 2004. ESPN Battle ESPN star Shannon Sharpe was previously accused of battery in 2 separate incidents decades before, and then it continues on. In one incident, Sharpe got into an altercation with a woman at his Atlanta home in January in 1995. A police spokesperson said at the time, each said they were hit by the other. As a result, both Sharpe and the woman, whom the U.S. Sun has chosen not to name, were charged with simple battery. The woman also charged with destruction of property after she allegedly broke some glass and things, according to the spokesperson speaking to the Washington Post at the time. The article then continues on. Less than a decade later, the First Take star found himself, now this is the 2004 incident, I believe, Star found himself facing similar charges stemming from an incident with yet another woman inside his Atlanta home. A Fulton County clerk confirmed to the U.S. Sun that Sharpe was charged with simple battery in July 22nd of 2004. A woman claimed Sharpe lifted her up to physically remove her from the home. The alleged incident occurred in June, and the woman reported it to the police 2 weeks later. Then he reportedly turned himself in and was thrown in jail. What? He posted $1,000 bond less than 24 hours later. His attorney at the time claimed Mr. Sharpe very appropriately and lawfully simply picked her up and gently put her outside his home. Yo, pause the live, man. Pause the damn live. Pause the damn live. Yo, what was that sentence I just read? Yo, what the hell was that sentence I just read? What the hell was that? The lawyer said he he politely picked her up and gently put. Let me ask y'all a question. How do you politely pick somebody up and put them out of your house? If you have to pick up somebody, like physically pick them up and put them outside your house, chances are it wasn't polite, folks. Chances are it was not it was not polite. We all seen what is it? The intro of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Anyway, that's crazy. Let me continue on with the report. It says Mr. Sharpe very appropriately and lawfully simply picked her up and gently put her outside of his home. The case was ultimately resolved in mediation. An Atlanta court clerk told the U.S. Sun they believe the cases have both been expunged. When contacted by the Sun, Sharpe's lawyer said in a statement, "It should be of no surprise that when someone famous is in the news, all sorts of people crawl out of the woodwork to share their connection to that person in an attempt to profit from that alleged relationship. In many cases, those stories or accusations are nothing more than old news, fanciful exaggerations, or sometimes blatant misrepresentation of facts. They are shared on social media or fed to reporters with intentional factual omissions and no regard for the truth. This is obviously purposeful, designed to create a fabricated narrative." Folks, you heard it. Folks, you heard it. So apparently, 2 decades ago, on two separate situations, on two separate occasions, one in 1995, the other one in 2004, Shannon found himself in a physical altercation, according to this report, with women in his home. And the last woman, he had to politely, appropriately, according to the lawyer, pick her up and put her outside of his house. Now, to be totally honest with you, I didn't, looking at Shannon Sharpe and the person that I've looked at on TV for years, I never knew he was capable of any of this. But we got to go back to Jason Whitlock for a second. Jason Whitlock alluded to this when Shannon left Undisputed that first time. And he said that there's a lot of stuff from Shannon's background that we, the public, don't know about, that he knows about. So he was surprised at all of the pity party around Skip, around Shannon and all of that when he knew the truth. Now, at the time, he didn't reveal this information, so I didn't know what he was talking about. Let me say this, folks. This isn't good. It's not good. I'm going to read it again for the new people that just came in. This isn't good. I'm also hearing reports that some of the sponsors from his show are pulling away. Some of them that used to be on the show are no longer there. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing, right? I don't watch Nightcap at all. I probably watch it here and there. At one point, I stopped. I stopped. You know how you can say like not interested on a channel? I said not interested. After that, Michelle Audio, I was done. I stopped following Shannon Sharpe online. I was done. Like the tomfoolery had reached a level that I could no longer abide by. I could not stomach it no more. Some people love it. Some people thought it was great. I personally don't. Now, I also want to speak to something else. A lot of people, yeah, Boost Mobile. A lot of people are saying that, they're out for Shannon Sharpe. This is a witch hunt, and it could possibly be so. They're out there to tear a black man down. Look, let me just say this. Let me just say this. At some point, at 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 a certain point, accountability has to be a part of the equation. Shannon Sharpe is not a small boy. He's not a baby. Shannon Sharpe is not 20. He's not 30. He's not 40. He's not 50. He's 55 years old. That is not a small boy. Let's not treat him as such. Please. It's disgusting. Could these women or that girl be targeting Shannon Sharpe? Obviously. But the question I have to ask you guys is this. Is Shannon Sharpe the only successful man that is being targeted in this world? Is Shannon Sharpe the only successful man with money and influence that is being targeted in this world? Of course not. But other men know how to navigate around the situation. If you are a target, you need to understand how to move properly. Going online, bragging about knocking down OnlyFans models and all that other nonsense with the audio that Michelle, you put yourself in the position for this to happen. Let's keep it a buck here. There are a bunch of people that we don't hear about these kind of stories happening to. Maybe some of them pay for it to get covered up or whatever it is. But at a certain point, you got to own up to it. What role did I play in this? What role did I play in all of this? What level of culpability do I have in all of this? Like, what are we talking about here? What witch hunt? They were getting ready to give Shannon Sharpe $100 million deal. How can there be a witch hunt for somebody that was in a position to earn $100 million contract? Let's make it make sense, folks. How can those two things be true? And who's on the witch hunt for him? Is it the people that wanted to give him that $100 million, or is it somebody else? Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Let me read the article for the new people that just came in. I'm gonna pin it to the comment section. Excuse me, not to the comment, to the comments. There it is right there. This is from the Sun. For the new people that just walked in. And it says, years of trouble, Shannon Sharpe arrested at least twice for battering two different women decades ago before two latest lawsuits. Shannon Sharpe was arrested at least twice for allegedly assaulting two different women decades before in two lawsuits. The Suncaster was charged with battery in 1995 and in 2004. In one incident, Sharpe, who's 56, got into an altercation with the woman at his Atlanta home in January 1995. Okay, just a second. In January 1995, a police spokesperson said at the time each said they were hit by the other. As a result, both Sharpe and the woman whom the U.S. Sun has chosen not to name were charged with simple battery. Let's move to the next case. Less than a decade later, the First Take star was found himself facing similar charges stemming from an incident with yet another woman inside his Atlanta home. The Fulton County clerk confirmed to the Sun that Sharpe was charged with simple battery on July 22nd, 2004. A woman claimed Sharpe lifted her up to physically remove her from the home. The incident occurred in June, and the woman reported it to the police 2 weeks later. It continues on. Then he reportedly turned himself in and was thrown into jail. He posted a $1,000 bond less than 24 hours later. His attorney at the time claimed Mr. Sharpe very appropriately and lawfully picked her up and gently put her outside his home. The case was resolved in mediation. An Atlanta court clerk told The Sun they believe the cases have both since been expunged. Now, I'm not a lawyer, but I think the word expunge means remove from the records. I could be wrong, but I believe that is what that means. You play in the snow, you get frostbite. Not a guarantee, but it's probable. Too bad. Appreciate the super chat. Let me speak to something else here, because I'm noticing some hypocrisy here. There are a lot of fanboys in the chat. Okay, there are a lot of fanboys in the chat that are always looking for something to defend, and now they found this one to defend. Right? There are a lot of fanboys, a lot of them, all over the comment section. You know what I realize about people? When people like you, regardless of what you do, they'll look for ways to defend you. But when people dislike you, they will look for every single way to tear you down. Do you know what I'm thinking? You know who I'm thinking of in all of this? I'm thinking of Diddy. 80% of the people who heard anything about Diddy in these lawsuits, oh, he did it. Oh, Diddy did it. Oh, he did it. He did it. He did it. Diddy did it. He did it. Did he do it? Diddy did it. He did it. He did it. Oh, yeah. Did he? He definitely did it. Oh, absolutely. People will be fighting with you in the comment section like as if they were there when these freak shows were going down. He did it. You don't know Diddy like I know Diddy. You don't know the stories that I know about Diddy. If you knew him like I knew him, you would know that he did it. It's like, yo, bro, you wasn't even there, son. What are you talking about? You was 15 years old when this went down. It don't matter. He did it. He did it because they don't like Diddy. But in the case, because some of these dudes love Shannon Sharpe, all they're going to do is sit up in the comment section and twerk and cry. Oh, leave the brother alone. Oh, there you go. Free Unc. Free Unc. Who put Unc in jail? Who did it? Who did it? Let me see. Do you think CBS, FS1, and ESPN didn't know about Shannon Sharpe's past before hiring? So what are we really talking about here? Do I think CBS, ESPN didn't know about Shannon Sharpe's past? I don't know. That's the first part to your question. I don't know. The second part to your question is, what are we talking about here? What we're talking about is the case that I just brought up. Okay, Pumpkin? Any other bright questions? You want to send $20 to ask another dumbass question? Pumpkin? Let me tell y'all, look, this thing is not going to end well. It's not going to end well. And a part of me wants to feel sorry for Shannon Sharpe, and a part of me doesn't. A part of me wants to feel sorry for him, and a part of me doesn't. The part of me that doesn't is just the sheer stupidity of the story. The sheer stupidity of it. Go back to the Ime Udoka situation. Ime Udoka, yeah, was he railroaded and did the Celtics do him dirty? Yes, they did. But a good amount of us were pissed off at the sheer stupidity of it all. Of all the women in Boston, that's the woman you ended up having that mess with? Of all the women, let's be for real here. Of all the women in Boston, that's who you had. You decided that you wanted to go have a situation with, even if it was consensual. So nobody can feel bad for you because you put yourself in the line of fire. You played with fire and you got burned. So in the case of Shannon Sharpe, yes, could this be a money grab? Absolutely. It could absolutely be a money grab. But my guy, at that level, at that caliber of a man, these are the chicks you messing with? These are the girls you're messing with? Are you even joking? Nico's fault, LeBron's second place default, Shannon Sharpe's assault, Lakers in Cancun. Appreciate the super chat. Of all the women, you find yourself with OnlyFans models, and no disrespect to OnlyFans models, but that's the best, bro. Where did an OnlyFans model hide the fact that she wants money? Where did she hide it? Isn't it quite explicit from the minute you see her page? Money required. And of all the women that a guy like him had access to, that's who he went for. So why are you surprised? She's seeing an opportunity and she's going to take advantage of it. Regardless of whether or not it's true or not, that is irrelevant here. Some people are still caught on this thing. He's being targeted. Yes, possibly he's being targeted. But my guy, it's like me now. Okay? It's like me. Let's say I come into some money. And I'm like, you know what, man? I'm gonna go buy me $50,000 worth of jewelry. Not even 50. Let me make it egregious. I'm gonna go buy $150,000 worth of jewelry. Okay? I'm gonna put a whole bunch of bright ass metals all around my chest. I'm gonna go get myself a $30,000 Rolex watch. Follow this, right? Right? It's my right to spend it because it's my money, right? I put all of this jewelry on. And then you know what I said I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drive out to Brooklyn, East New York somewhere. And you know what? I'm gonna go to Flatbush, or I'm gonna go to Brownsville. Let me go to Brownsville. And you know what I'm gonna do in Brownsville when I get there? I'm gonna jump out of my car and start walking down the road through the projects with all of these bright ass metals around my neck. And then act surprised when they rob me. Act surprised when they rob me. Why are you guys robbing me for? I mean, it's my right to own my jewelry. Nah, you a damn fool, son. You decided to put on all that jewelry and go somewhere where they would rob your ass. Shannon decided, with all that damn money and all that damn success, I'm going to go mess with one of these girls that could take me for everything that I own. Whose fault is it? I'm asking y'all a serious question. Whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? Whose fault? Is it the girl that saw an opportunity, or the fool that put himself in a position to be taken? Whose fault is it? Fox and the likes been knew about Shannon Sharpe's situation because ESPN shared a report from the Associated Press. Wow, I didn't know that. Appreciate the super chat. Shout out to Damien, longtime supporter. Appreciate shout out to Damien. It's his fault. So yes, is it wrong if I were to get robbed for my jewelry? Is it wrong when people feel, yeah, man, it's wrong? But somebody would have been like, yo, bro, why are you out here with all that damn jewelry on? You got to know how to move smarter. So you messing with yo, let me play the video for y'all, because some of y'all trying to turn Shannon Sharpe into some damn victim. Let me play the video for y'all. Hold on, where is it at? This is the dude that y'all are trying to turn into a victim.
Who that is, coach? How I do it. Hey, Scott, I mean, who is that? Help me out. You know what I'm saying? She little fuck. She might be famous for vertical activity that she good at. She a hooper? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Who she play for? Who she play for? She got her own little thing, Huh? You said, yo. Man, y'all need to stop, man. Y'all be on that bullshit, man. Hold on, who she play for? She play for? Back in the day, she could have been on my team. She played for on her back. Those got
real. Who feels sorry for this dude? This is the dude we talking about. This is the dude we're talking about. This dude used to be on IG, YouTube, whatever, live, bragging about knocking down OnlyFans models. bragging about. Let me play it for y'all again in case y'all think it's AI. Let me play it again.
Scott Real though, Joe. Scott Reed? Who that is, folks? How I do it. Hey, Scott, I mean, who is that? Who is that? Help me out. You know what I'm saying? She little fuck.
You've seen it. Now, let me tell you the first mistake ESPN made. Because I'm hearing reports, and I don't know if this is true or not, that people in ESPN, like Monica McNutt and others, refused to work with Shannon, and they were shocked that ESPN didn't suspend him after the first news broke with this lawsuit. They were shocked that they didn't suspend him, and he came on TV a second time. Right? That's what they were saying. Let me tell you where ESPN messed up. Do you know where ESPN messed up? They messed up after that damn Michelle audio came out, and they didn't fire him then. That's where ESPN messed up. But let me tell you why they didn't fire Shannon. The reason they didn't was because the ratings were through the roof. We covered it. ESPN was hitting record days. Some days 900,000 people would tune into ESPN First Take to watch that show. They were making boatloads of money. Boatloads. So they decided, you know what? We're going to turn a blind eye to it. And for whatever reason, maybe they didn't do their due diligence. Maybe they didn't research him. And I don't know what it is. Because one would think that to gain a position like that on a show like that, they would do proper background checks. That's what I would think. Especially given that ESPN is owned by Disney. So they didn't do anything about that. And then this situation happened. And not only did they not address it by not putting him on the show, they waited for the second audio to drop and the text messages to go on his Instagram. And that's where they're like, okay, the news came out. We got to separate from this. I'll read it. From Ohio, go Cavs. You're entertaining to watch. Hey, appreciate that. Ohio Games Talk. Shout out to you, man. That's where they messed up at. And there's some people out here still under this delusion that, oh, he's coming back in NFL season. Yeah, I got to give FS1 credit. But a lot of us thought that Shannon was let go at FS1 because of that situation with him and Skip. But according to Jason Whitlock, it had nothing to do with the Skip situation. That, in fact, it had to do with that situation with the Lakers in the Memphis Grizzlies game. That was the final straw for them. That's what I heard. At first, we thought it was Skip got him off the show, or the network chose Skip over Shannon. No, because Skip even said he's surprised when they let Shannon go. Apparently, it was that Grizzlies situation where Fox was like, no, we can't, like, this is crazy. One of our front-facing talent is at a Lakers game about to get into a full-blown melee, a full-blown brawl with Grizzlies players, and then this guy's going to come back on TV the next day. No, it can't happen. It can't happen. So they made the executive decision to move on. That's what happened. Now, people are saying, oh, when the lawsuit comes up, all of a sudden a whole bunch of other news comes out. Yeah, has this not happened before? Does this not happen to everybody? So why is it news now? It happens to everybody. When a lawsuit comes out, more stories would come out. It happened to Bill Cosby. It happened to Diddy. It happened to Trump. Whoever is a public figure and a lawsuit comes out that's a damaging allegations, more people will come out. Like we're acting like as if we never saw this before. But the people that kill me are the people that are trying to play this pity part. Oh, man, poor Shannon. Oh, poor Shannon. Oh, they're coming after him. Oh, poor Shannon. Son, why are you messing with them girls? Why are you messing with those girls? Do you know that there's some... I don't understand it. I don't understand. Let me tell y'all a story. Let me tell y'all a story. I'm gonna give you guys a real story. When I first moved to Nigeria, Lagos, when I was working for a family member of mine, an uncle of mine, he had an establishment where people would visit, right? Like a hotel. So I was working there trying to understand the business and all of that for another story. But anyway, I had never worked in a hotel before, but I was interested in the business because it was something that some part of my family members wanted to get into. I'm like, oh, let me understand the business. Let me work in a hotel, understand how it works and all of that. Let me hip y'all up to some game. Let me hip y'all up to some game. Maybe for the guys that are living in fantasy land, let me just break it down to some of the guys here. Because some guys are living in a fantasy land. There are other guys watching this live that pretty much know where I'm going right now. The others are living in cuckoo land. They're still watching Teletubbies. So let me tell y'all what happened. I'm working in a reception, right? Very nice establishment. It was that reception that I was working at. I saw more working in that reception in that 7 months than I had ever seen in my life. Let me break it down what would happen. In a hotel, different people come to a hotel. Different people. Regular people like you and I, people that are traveling, people that are coming to have a party, people that are doing a staycation, all kind of stuff. But here's what I noticed. When you come to the hotel, okay, you will see different classes of women that will go to the hotel. Different classes. You will see your regular chicks, you will see your above regular chicks, and then there's another group. A group that you don't just see. You can go outside to your city, walk around the city, drive around the city. I guarantee you won't see these women. You won't see them. They are a select few of women that when you see them, you know that these women ain't just for anybody. And what would happen is some of these big men, and what I mean by big men is dudes with money. Dudes with money. Not no that will maybe go to the hangout area, whatever. And the class of women you will see them with is a totally different class from the regular girls. But the question is, why would they mess with those classes and not just mess with any other girls? That's the question. The answer is, at different classes, you avoid nonsense. The regular old girl that you see, oh man, she gonna open her mouth and go tell everybody your business. Oh, I just met so and so and so. Oh, so and so did this for me. So and so did that for me. And the other class of women, they're not interested in all of that. They already understand it. Shannon was a top level dude behaving like a normal dude that just walked in and saw a pretty face. Oh, I want to go talk to her. He didn't understand his position. He didn't. Now, some people can feel attacked. I'm giving you the reality of the world. This ain't no African thing. This is how it works in the world. It works in America. It works in Asia. It works in Africa. It works in Europe. Say yo ass don't know because you probably don't know nobody. Just say you don't know. The dudes in the comments and all of that, they don't know. Ain't nobody checking for them. The ones that are saying all this stupid, you know what? They don't know because ain't nobody checking for them. The real dudes know. I've seen it with my own eyes. You'll be looking at like, yo, where did this type of very tall be? I'm like, where did you even find these women? It's like, and I'm noticing, why is it only these very influential entrepreneurs that are with them? You think it's just because they're pretty? No, because some of it, these guys want to be discreet. So how can you be Shannon Sharpe? You're in a gym and an OnlyFans model is over there working out, and then that's who you holler at? And let's say you didn't know. Let's say you didn't know. Later on, you found out. Why are you still there? You heard the audio. You on the phone laughing and text. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, I'm lost by this. Who moves like this? Now, again, for the dudes that don't know anything, They in the comment section, oh, he's a simp. Those are simps. Those are the dudes that don't know nothing. They know nothing about reality. That's how it actually works. I've seen it. And it happens everywhere. You think those dudes working on Wall Street just be walking down the street and see a pretty girl? Oh, hi. Let me go say hi. You think that's how it works? You really believe that, huh? Oh, I'm just gonna go over there and say hi. Okay, believe that. They don't know what they're doing. So Shannon should have understood the game. He should have understood the game. Because these people I'm hearing about, I'm like, what? How? Fine, you don't want to get married, you're a single man, whatever, live your life, enjoy yourself, whatever. But be careful. Be careful. I'm giving you guys the reality. I don't know what y'all expecting me to be saying here. I'm giving you guys the reality. The real men watching this live know, and the real women watching know too. It's only the babies and the guys living in this cuckoo land. Oh, no, that's not true. Oh, they're simps. Okay, be believing that. Be believing that. Be thinking they're simps. They're also trying to avoid problems. Keep living in a bubble. These guys are trying to avoid problems like this. Like this. Haven't you guys ever watched any of Gilbert Arenas' interviews? Go watch Gilbert Arenas' interview on Vlad TV. He talks about it. Gilbert Arenas is a former NBA player. He's a former athlete. Go listen to him and see what he says. Because maybe y'all don't believe it because it's coming out of my mouth. Go listen to what Gilbert Arenas said. Go listen to him. Go listen to Rashard McCann's interview on Anton Daniels' channel a few years ago. Go listen to him and let him explain how it goes down in the NBA. Go watch his interview. Since y'all don't believe me, go listen to people that have been in that industry. So when you're at that level, you got to know how to move. You got to know how to move. You up for 100 million and you moving around like that? Nah, man. Like, yo, that's crazy. So let me read this report one more time before I let you guys go. It says, this is from the Sun. Let me read it for y'all. It says, Shannon Sharpe, years of trouble. Shannon Sharpe arrested at least twice for battering in two different women decades before two latest lawsuits. It then says Shannon Sharpe was arrested at least twice for allegedly assaulting two different women decades before he was accused of R in two lawsuits. The Sun can exclusively reveal that famed NFL player turned sportscaster was charged with battery in 1995 and 2004. It then continues on. In one incident, Sharpe got into an altercation with a woman at his Atlanta home in January 1995. A police spokesperson said at the time each said they were hit by other. As a result, both Sharpe and the woman whom the U.S. Sun has chosen not to name were charged with simple battery. The woman was also charged with destruction of property after she allegedly broke some glass and things, according to the spokesperson speaking to the Washington Post at the time. Then it goes, less than a decade later, the First Take star found himself facing similar charges stemming from an incident with yet another woman inside his Atlanta home. A Fulton County clerk confirmed that the U.S. Sun that Sharpe was charged with simple battery. On July 22nd, 2004, a woman claimed Sharpe lifted her up physically to remove her from his home. The alleged incident occurred in June, and the woman reported it to the police 2 weeks later. And then it says, then he reportedly turned himself in and was thrown in jail. He posted a $1,000 bond less than 24 hours later. His attorney at the time claimed Mr. Sharpe very appropriately and lawfully simply picked her up and gently put her outside his home. The case was ultimately resolved in mediation. An Atlanta court clerk told the Sun they believe the cases have both been expunged. So you guys can read the rest of it. So that's what it says there. That's what it says there. So, in conclusion, what is happening here is what it happens with every successful person when some drama comes out. Everybody comes out of the woodwork. We just watched this thing go down with Diddy. Now, everybody was rejoicing with Diddy because they hate Diddy. But now all of a sudden it's a shock when it happens to somebody that everybody likes. That's the first thing. The second thing, for the young men watching the show, for the men watching the show, please, if you're going to be successful or are successful, please either get married and remove yourself from all of this nonsense, or please know how to move and be judicious about your decisions and the people you decide to associate with. I'm just keeping it a buck. It's not every person with a pretty smile that's going to have your best interest in heart. That's a fact. That's a fact. Don't be caught up in be very, very careful. Protect your nest egg. Don't get into this, oh, I'm just trying to be a normal guy. You find yourself in a mess like this. There are men, other guys out there, based on experiences of things I have seen with my own two eyes, that understand how to move. This is sloppy. Very sloppy. I don't understand why there can be a video like this on the internet.
Real though, Joe. Scott real though, Joe. Scott Reed? Who that is, coach? I do it. Hey, Scott, I mean, who is that? Help me out. You know what I'm saying? She little fuck. She might be famous for vertical activity that she good at. She a hooper? Oh, yeah. Wow. Who she play for? Who she play for? She got her own little thing, Huh? Man, y'all need to stop, man. Y'all be on that bull jive, man. Hold on, who she play for? Back in the day, she could have been on my team. She played for on her back.
Let me tell y'all something. This dude out here bragging about sleeping with IG models on his show. What do you think the word will be on Shannon Sharpe when IG models find out that they're his spec? That's what they're into. What do you think will be the word out on him? What do y'all think? This dude is on there bragging about sleeping with IG models. What do you think the news will be? The word on the streets will be from these women? Oh, let me guess. That's not his fault, right? They did it to him. All right. I didn't give y'all the game. I didn't explain it to y'all off the things I've seen. Some of the other dudes in the chat still living in fantasy land. Oh, no, that doesn't happen. Oh, no. All I got to do is just go out there and have a nice smile and everything will be all right. It doesn't matter. I can talk to anybody because I don't discriminate. Okay. All right. Keep playing. Keep playing. The game I just gave y'all, the one that I saw, happens everywhere. Trust and believe. Please be careful, guys. Don't move recklessly, and let this be a lesson. There's a reason why some of these guys get married, to avoid all of this kind of nonsense. There's a reason. Marriage ain't easy. It ain't easy. But let me tell you something. It's a way to avoid all of this headache and drama. I texted Marcellus Wiley about the situation like 3 days ago. I was telling him, like, man, bro, this is crazy. That's the reason why some of them do it, to avoid the nonsense. Doesn't mean it's going to be perfect and all of that. That's why I said, doesn't mean it's going to be perfect, doesn't mean it's going to be easy. But it's a way. These are my thoughts. You guys have a good one, and we're going to catch you on the next show. Peace. Hold up. How does dude pull up my middle name? What? This dude not only pull up my first name, my last name, but also my middle name. I was just about to end up, yo, son, how y'all be doing this? He said married ninjas be slipping too. Yo, how you do? Yo. Somebody said I'm divorced. Marriage is tough. It's all tough, man. It is all tough. Now, I was just about to end the live, and there's a part where it says not yet, and I just saw my full name on blast. I'm like, what? Lord have mercy. How'd you even find that out? Anyway, Y'all have a good y'all have a good one, man. I'm gonna catch y'all later. I was about to be out until I saw my full government. My full government. I was like, yo, what's going on? Oh my lord, what is this? This dude, he back at it again. Who is this dude? I know. Wait, I think I hold on. Let me see. I'm suspecting. I'm suspecting because he got a football player on his profile picture. So he's somebody that watches football. So my guess is he's not American. I don't think I'm talking about like soccer. Yeah, my guess is he's not American. Okay, okay, you investigating me. I'm investigating you too, son. Anyway, I'm gonna catch y'all later. Y'all have a good one, and we gonna catch you on the next live. Y'all have a good one. Y'all have a good one.